What's up, everybody? I'm Rob.
I'm Reshawn, and this is Learn, Hustle, Grow. If you are interested in all things money, real estate, and travel, this is the place for you.
This is video 2 of 2 on ways to save money. In the first video, we talk about housing, managing money, spending wisely, DIY, lifestyle, and entertainment. So stay tuned for the second part.
We're going to start with the topic of kids.
Uh-oh.
We know that when it comes to our kids, we want to lavish them and spoil them whenever we can. However, it is important that we limit and manage our money when in that area as well. In our household, we allow 2 activities at a time, one at school and one outside of school. This reduced the amount of time we spent running around transporting the kids to and from activities.
Chauffeur.
It also reduced the amount of gas we spent. Gas can be very expensive. At one point, it was up to $4 a gallon. And then it reduces the amount of money you spend on the activities themselves. Uniforms, instruments, fees, you name it.
Once our boys reached the age of 13, then we decided on a budget of $200 for Christmas and for birthdays. I know. Some people might think that's too little. And some people may think that's too much, but that's what we went with at 13, and we stuck with that until they graduated. They always knew what their budget was, and they eagerly wrote down what they wanted in order of priority.
Many of us in the personal finance community have stories of how we grew up never having spoken to our parents or anyone else for that matter about money. So our third and final tip in the area of kids is simply talk to your children about money. Help them to understand the importance of using money as a tool. When used wisely, it can be extremely valuable, not only for yourself, but also when it comes to helping others. When we make poor financial decisions, it can be harmful. If not immediately, then definitely in the long term.
Our next topic, food. Studies show that food is the 3rd largest living expense. So we want to go over some tips that we think can help save some money on food spending. Start by limiting eating out to once a week.
When you do head out for dinner or lunch, check sites like Groupon or Be Frugal for coupons before you pick your restaurant. Next, when you arrive at the restaurant, if you feel hungry immediately, don't order the appetizer. Instead, ask your server if they offer bread service.
Next, one thing we like to do is eat at home and then go out for dessert.
Yes.
How often do you get a chance to eat the desserts at a restaurant anyway? A lot of times we skip it because we're extremely full. So so this is a great alternative. I know it's not popular for everyone, but I like to meal prep for a week and eat the same meal all week long.
That's for lunch. We don't eat the same thing all week at home.
Yes, for lunch. That way, it saves money during lunchtime when everybody's going out and dropping 10, 15 bucks a day until Friday and spent over $100 for the week. Not cool. I can't do it.
If you don't want to meal prep, then you should consider using your allowance if you want to eat out for lunch. That's what I did most of the time.
Yep, that'll keep you disciplined.
Let's talk groceries. We use grocery store apps. Kroger, Walmart, Albertsons, and H-E-B all have their own apps. Not only do they give you an idea of what the item costs at your particular store, they also help you find coupons. Each store will offer coupons on the products you like or buy often. They'll also let you know when those items are on sale.
Shop the grocery store sales. When something's on sale, stock up on it. That way you can save for the month.
One example of shopping the grocery store sale is simply the meat in your recipe. If you get to the store or in your planning, if you find out that chicken is on sale and the recipe originally called for pork, swap it out. It'll be just as tasty.
Buy generic. As a kid, I hated when my mom bought generic brands of anything.
Me too.
Now that my priorities have changed, I'll take whatever's on sale.
Generics or store brands.
Indeed.
Next, entertaining at home. We have a number of friends and family in the area. We actually host all the holidays at our house. If you do this, you know it can become fairly expensive pretty quick. So what we decided was to host potluck gatherings. When it comes to the 4th of July, Thanksgiving, Christmas, my mom, my sister, our friends all bring a dish to help make for a larger buffet and to relieve some of the cost pressure on us.
And cooking.
Yes.
Well, that wraps it up for how to save on food, guys. Our next topic on ways to save money, credit cards. We do not pay credit card interest. Our rule is, if we can't pay it off by the end of the month, we simply don't buy it.
If you have not reached the place where you can afford to pay everything off within 30 days, take advantage of 0% financing. If you choose to do this for 12, 18 months, make sure you schedule a payment plan. Make payments regularly to ensure that the entire amount is paid before the first interest payment is due.
If you don't think interest is a big deal, then check out your monthly statement. You could probably pay your phone, electric, or gas bill with the money that you spend in interest.
You can't talk credit cards without touching on travel hacking, and we'll do a more in-depth video on this at a later date. But we have always taken advantage of points and miles in order to save money on travel expenses. Free hotel stays, free flights, you name it. So we are firm believers in that if you are going to use credit cards, make sure you get a card that gives you cash back or travel rewards. And that wraps up our section on how to save money as it pertains to credit cards. Next, we'll be moving on to our last and final topic, transportation.
Riding a bike. How far do you stay from work? Riding a bike is a great way to save money and also keep you in tip-top shape.
If you're keeping up with our channel, then you know we've already created a video on how to buy a car. We'll share just a couple of tips from that video for those of you who haven't seen it yet.
We've all heard the saying, a car depreciates as soon as you drive it off the lot. That's why we purchase our cars 2 to 3 years old and drive them long after we've paid them off.
Before you head to the dealership, stop at a credit union. Get pre-qualified for your auto loan. You will find that you will more than likely get a better interest rate at a credit union than you will at a car dealership.
Well guys, that wraps up our video 2 of 2 on ways to save money.
If you like this content, let us know. Like, subscribe, and share. That's all we have for now.
Until next time,
This is Learn, Hustle, Grow.